Biospect is from Russia. It's Russian technology, and the Russian science program started the original Biospect. What it does, it reads the frequency coming from your cerebral cortex. So you put the headphones on, and then it reads the information from your cerebral cortex, which reads the information from each organ. Each part of your body is a different frequency. Then that relays that back to the machine. So it gives us the data that we use to readjust the immune system. Before treatment, I would advise that you don't go to the gym, because some people have come in and we've gone, wow, every joint, every finger is black. What is going on? But what they've actually done is they've strained their body. The machine is that sensitive, it will actually tell us what is going on by straining the body. What we would recommend is just have a relaxing day before you come into your session. Don't go out drinking the night before, because it all affects our frequency. After a session, we would generally recommend that you go home, drink plenty of water, because for 2 days or so, there's a little bit of a detox. Basically, it treats just about anything, but there is its limitations. Some things are too big, and sometimes we go, hey, we've found a real illness problem, go and see your GP because they're the expert. It treats and checks parasites, bacteria, viruses, energy blockages. Personally, for myself, I found the emotions is the best part of the machine. Many years ago, it was nearly 4 years ago now, I treated the emotion of anger. For me, it lifted off anger that was in my family and on my shoulders. I never knew why, but that emotion of anger was lifted within 10 minutes of being on the machine. For treatment wise, it looks at heavy metals, viruses, bacteria, immune system problems. It can even go as far as treating your DNA and emotional baggage. So there's many hundreds of things that the Biospect treats. There's very rarely someone comes in here where we can't make an improvement for them through the treatments. It's got an allergy scan factor in it. So if you've got an allergy, say if you have an allergy for chocolate, it doesn't tell you the chocolate is in your food list. It will actually bring that up in your allergy list. So then we know what is behind making us sick or allergic sometimes. There's lithotherapy, bark flowers. There's probably 1,000 different things and treatments that we can send to people. What the machine does, it actually scans the person and it will tell us what is the best resolve for the person or the best treatment for the person. So it all depends on the individual. Not one person is the same as another one. So many different treatments. Unfortunately, it tells me when I've got a big hole in my teeth, and unfortunately, we send frequency to bacteria and viruses. We treat them, or should I say, the immune system treats it through the machine. But if I've got a big hole in my tooth, then I've got to go to the dentist as well. So yes, it does treat teeth. It is very good for that. You can actually, it does a scan, it goes into the neurons, has a look around and then tells us where there is energy blockages. In that, we actually treat the energy blockages and we get the immune system. Once again, the immune system is what this machine is about. It stimulates the immune system, unlocks the neurological blockages, and we've seen so many times where people, oh, I can't remember this, I can't remember that, or they walk around like they've got jet lag. We do one session with them, and over the next 21 days, and some people it's as quick as 2 days, we see a person that comes and they're awake, they're alive, and the jet lag's gone. So very impressive with neurons. Negative side effects, I don't believe so. I've never seen that in 1,200 sessions. I would say it's more the detox for 1 or 2 days. And sometimes it can be a week for certain people, because the immune system's got all this information. It is going around the body correcting things, because remember, our mind is a computer. In the computer, it needs to readjust. The Biospect helps our mind readjust and fix these things that are out of balance. So there's a little bit of detox, but it's a positive reaction. Our sessions are 2 hours. In that 2 hours, we do a full body scan from head to foot. We find out what the customer really requires in that report. Before we even do a session, I find out what the needs are of the person. Then we do the scan. And it's interesting, 95% of the time, I go, this is what the person wanted me to check. This is what the machine found, and it usually marries up. One or two, it marries up the same thing. So it's amazed me, over 1,200 sessions, it doesn't change very much. It always usually finds what their problem is. Follow-up session, it would be 21 days. The second session, not always, but most times it's the emotions. So we treat 130 emotions. With the babies, we would recommend a shorter session, but it all depends on what we're dealing with. The good bit about babies is their system is really healthy. Okay, most times their system is really good, the scan is really quick, it's a 20-30 minute session. With the elderly and frail, I always get a nurse or someone, just if they're really frail, I go, okay, just monitor their heart. But basically from my own experience in 1,200 people, I've never seen anyone that we had real big concerns with, elderly or babies. The good bit with children is I've had them come to me extremely sick. Within a half an hour, they are so much better. They usually go to sound asleep. They wake up, what's all the fuss about? Because a baby's immune system, when it's young and it's healthy, it only needs a little bit of adjustment. It works very quickly. Anyone that has a pacemaker, to be honest, is the most amazing thing I see with the Biospect machine. In the 1,200 sessions, over 600 of those have been remote sessions. Now, how does that work, you might ask? Frequency does not understand distance. It's in the field of energy. So we can scan somebody from my office here, and I can scan somebody in Australia, Germany, France. I've got doctors in America that have been on the machine 18 times. And you probably say, how is that possible? Well, the original Russian space program was designed to do remotely. The remote sessions, I actually filmed the other day. I had the daughter of a scientist who designed the Biospect machine and technology. I sat there and did an interview with her for about half an hour, and she said, hey, my dad used to do this. He was working in Siberia and in the Russian space program. So they would send the astronauts up to space, and they could sit in their office wherever they were and actually know how their astronauts are traveling through their energy and through the field.